Bangor. From the Great North Woods to the Rockbound Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Today on Good Morning Maine, the wild weather leaves thousands in the dark.
Plus, the latest on a potential rail strike and how it could impact life here in Maine. And
the latest on an effort to create a customer-owned utility company to help reduce power bills. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
I'm Craig Colson. Thank you so much for tuning in today. The lead story today has to be the wild weather. It seems like it might be calming down a little bit now, but we had a lot of rain overnight, a lot of heavy winds that brought down trees and power lines, creating some power outages, and they're continuing to deal with those today.
I know, and it seems deceivingly warm here in Bangor because temperatures are going to be around the mid-30s, so it may freeze over worse, like depending on when you leave for work. If you've already left, it may be better now than when you come home, so make sure to be careful on the roads. But Devin Biggs has our forecast.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Thursday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Shepherd Toyota, your hometown connection for Toyota cars and trucks. Easy to find on Route 1, Rockland, Thomas, and Town Line. Shepherd Toyota has a great selection of new and previously loved vehicles. At Shepherd Toyota, they don't sell you a car, they help you buy one. Come experience the Shepherd difference today. Alrighty, here we are. We had plenty of rainfall that took place over the past 24 hours. In some areas, got close to 2 inches. Cooper, 1.94 inches. Rogers Farm Site at 1.83 inches. And many other areas at around 1.5 inches or leaving us a little bit below at 1.25 inches. And we also had some wind reports over the past 24 hours as well. Many areas ranging from 40 miles per hour near the Marshfield and Millinocket area up to 61 miles per hour, even 60 miles per hour in Bar Harbor and the Eastport area. Of course, we have wind advisories that are up until 7 p.m. because of this wind that's currently moving through, and gale warnings that remain in effect until about 9 p.m. tonight or so. But again, moving forward, we had all this rain moving through. Now we're probably starting to switch over to a few snow showers and snow flurries after all this rain has moved through. But with temperatures cooling off, a few snow flurries and snow showers will be possible as all this right here continues to move away. We get on the back edge of low pressure, so a few snow flurries cannot be ruled out as those will move in from the west going toward the east. Your hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period overall partly to mostly cloudy. A few snow flurries and snow showers possible. Temperatures in the 30s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma.
Thank you, Devin. Windy weather has been causing problems across the region, and this was the scene last night in Glenburn. Lancaster Brook Road in Glenburn was closed at the Hudson Road because of downed power lines. Drivers were forced to take a detour to get around the area. It was one of the numerous areas facing outages and road closures because of the storm. Some trees have continued to fall this morning because of the strong winds. The Maine Emergency Management Agency says Mainers should brace for a slippery drive this morning. They should also keep an eye out for any debris in the roadway.
Well, of course, those strong winds have brought down trees and limbs, and some power outages have been caused as a result. As of early this morning, Central Maine Power Company was dealing with more than 21,000 outages throughout its territory. Most of those are along the coast in Waldo, Hancock, and Kennebec counties. Versant Power is also trying to restore electricity to more than 9,000 customers in its area. According to Versant, the majority of those are in Penobscot, Hancock, and up in Aroostook County. It's a good time to remind people to stay away from any down power lines that they may see. Utility crews will be out throughout the day working to get the lights back on.
Route 2 in Lincoln was among the roadways closed Wednesday afternoon following a single vehicle crash. Crews responded to the crash just before 4 p.m. between Pleasant Street and Highland Avenue. Captain Corey Stratton with the Lincoln Fire Department says crews arrived on scene to find 2 downed telephone poles and power lines across the road. He says the car involved in the crash was up against a house.
The way it looked to me, like she had hit one pole and pulled the other one down, and went through some bushes and then striking the front steps of a residence.
Captain Stratton says the driver of that vehicle had to be extricated from the vehicle and sustained non-life-threatening injuries. The stretch of road has since reopened.
In other news, 2 men are facing charges after a drug bust in Corunna. As part of an ongoing investigation, the Maine Drug Enforcement Agency and other law enforcement agencies executed a search warrant at a residence in the Maple Ridge Home Park in Corunna earlier this week. They say the search resulted in the seizure of over 1 kilogram of suspected fentanyl, which has an estimated street value of $165,000. 61-year-old David Ireland of Corona and 22-year-old Carlos Daniel Jesus Garcia from Lawrence, Massachusetts are being charged with aggravated drug trafficking. I believe the picture there of the person on the left is an incorrect picture. That is not the person we're talking about. Both men were transported to the Penobscot County Jail, where they're currently being held without bail. We'll try to get that story straightened out and get the right picture with that story.
Absolutely. The Somerset County grand jury indicted a Palmyra woman accused of setting her home on fire. 44-year-old Allison Trask was indicted for arson, aggravated criminal mischief, domestic violence, reckless conduct, and domestic violence terrorizing. State police say Trask started a fire in July that destroyed a residence as well as 2 motorhomes and also caused substantial damage to a garage. No one was living in the residence at the time of the fire. Trask and her boyfriend were living in an apartment over the garage. 2 other people were also in the apartment at the time of the fire. No one was injured, though. According to state police, Trask was on probation for a prior drug offense when she allegedly set the fire.
A LaGrange man arrested by Bangor police on an outstanding attempted murder warrant has been indicted by a Penobscot County grand jury. 36-year-old Patrick Lloyd was originally from Massachusetts, which is where the attempted murder charge came from. When police stopped Lloyd, they found a handgun hidden in his car. Officials believe the gun was stolen from an Ellsworth area place in 2020. The Penobscot County grand jury indicted him for receiving stolen property, possession of a firearm by a prohibited person, and violation of conditions of release. Meanwhile, an Uber driver accused of sexually assaulting an intoxicated rider was also indicted. 28-year-old Joseph Graston was indicted on gross sexual assault and unlawful sexual assault charges in connection with the alleged incident that happened in June when he picked up a patron from a nightclub here in Bangor. And the grand jury also indicted a Bangor man who allegedly fired a gun inside his apartment during an argument. Police found a bullet lodged in a wall of that Jefferson Street home. 35-year-old Fox Maloney was indicted for reckless conduct with a firearm.
A former Portland man was sentenced yesterday for his part in a standoff with Brewer police back in 2021. Patrick Mullen was sentenced by the U.S. District Court to 37 months in prison and 3 years of supervised release after pleading guilty back on February 10th of 2022. Brewer police were called to the Walmart parking lot due to a reported disturbance. Police determined that Mullen had 3 warrants and saw him in his truck loading a firearm. Police were able to de-escalate the situation without incident. After an hour, he surrendered and was taken into custody.
Well, in other news this morning, the House approved a bill that could prevent a national rail strike set to begin next week. Johnny Maffey takes a look at the potential impact of a strike here in Maine.
We've been following negotiations and the potential fallout of a freight rail strike. Experts here in Maine telling us any rail strike could send any economic progress off the tracks locally.
It would disrupt the normal things that have been at the heart of the inflation that we've been happening, including food, transportation.
USM economics professor Michael Hillard says food prices, which are already high, could go up even more. And the pain would continue at the pump where gas prices could rise 15 to 20 cents. It's uneasy news heading into an unstable winter, but Hiller says it should be temporary.
This could be very dramatic if there is a strike because this would renew the kind of disruptions that we've seen in our economy over the last couple of years, probably for a relatively short period of time, but it could disrupt things for a couple months.
And the fallout could be felt at hotels and restaurants as well. Hospitality Maine says its members could be impacted immediately.
What is the biggest thing we can see with your industry if this were to happen?
Our restaurants and our hotels would probably see it in supplies, ingredients they need for items on their menu, that sort of thing.
The Maine DOT and Port Authority also weighing in, telling CBS 13, while the direct impacts to Maine railroad operations are limited, the nationwide supply chain impacts would affect Maine businesses and consumers. It goes on to say, quote, the current priority for the state is to ensure that freight can keep moving through Maine.
While some passenger rail would be affected by this nationally, Amtrak officials tell me they do not expect the Downeaster line to be impacted.
Well, the time is now 8:09. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, a petition calling for a customer-owned utility company has been certified in Augusta. We'll tell you the next step in the effort to bring down power bills.
But first, another check of that forecast. Looks like we could expect some scattered snow showers today. The highs will be near 38 degrees. Tonight, a partly cloudy night with lows dipping down to around 24. Tomorrow, a much calmer day, a partly cloudy day with highs near 37.
Whenever Maine Wood Floors wants to know the weather, they log on to foxbangor.com. Whether you're searching to add beauty with a new hardwood floor or need to restore your old one, Maine Wood Floors is your hardwood flooring expert in Mid-Coast Maine. In Maine, it's always buying season. And at Thornton Brothers in Lincoln, we carry new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Rams for your buying season. Here at Thornton Brothers, we'll help you find the right vehicle specifically for you to suit your lifestyle. As they say, the proof is in the performance. So come on over and test drive a real vehicle from a real dealership, or place your order with us and see why it really is buying season here in Maine. Thornton Brothers, Main Street, Lincoln.
You got 100 points.
Have you been moisturizing?
Just sunscreen.
That's 50 points.
With AARP Rewards, anyone can earn points.
Who's got 200 points?
You've got 200 points.
It's the free loyalty program that rewards you.
They're ready for you.
That's 300 points.
And helps your money, health, and happiness live longer.
By these times, 200 points.
Start earning and redeeming points today.
Bangor Brewer bowling lanes on Wilson Street in Brewer, featuring 24 lanes of candlepin bowling and a big arcade room where kids can win great prizes. Glow bowling on Saturday nights from 7 until closing. Bring your entire family. A fun entertainment for all ages.
Let's go.
Deck the halls with celebs and Harvey.
Join us for TMZ's
Merry Elvis Christmas!
It's the year's top stories.
I started with Amber Heard, but then I started siding with Johnny Depp.
As we kiss and tell under the mistletoe.
Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker, stunning wedding.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
I like him. I met him.
He is into older women. 27-year-old Gigi Hadid. Can I reveal a secret?
We all know, Hard.
TMZ's Merry Elfin Christmas, Monday on Fox.
In Washington, a historic vote to protect same-sex and interracial marriages could happen in the House as soon as next week. This comes after the Respect for Marriage Act passed the Senate 2 nights ago, with 12 Republicans, including Maine's Susan Collins, voting for it. Mal Meyer has more with why some couples say they're worried about what could happen without it.
He makes me a better person.
Justin Jeanette married his husband in 2016. They want to be treated like everyone else.
The fear that I have, the fear that me and my husband has, is that the Supreme Court could take away what we have.
It's a really important issue for us.
Westbrook resident Matthew Hoyt shares the concern, hearing that rights could be in question again following the Supreme Court's decision on abortion access over the summer created a sense of urgency for Hoyt and his now husband.
In his country, it's not legal for us to get married. And so our only option was really to come back to the U.S. and to plan to get married here.
At the time of the decision, there was still an upcoming election, adding to his worries about what could happen. This new bill would require the federal government and other states to recognize a marriage, so long as it's valid in the state it was performed in.
I'm hopeful that because of this step that Congress has taken, we have additional safeguards in place.
While the Senate and House have passed different versions of the bill, Republicans and Democrats have supported it.
I was happy to see that both sides were able to work together.
For an LGBTQ plus issue, it's historic.
Gia Drew with Equality Maine thinks this sends an important message of progress.
And the folks who are against us are in the minority. And this is a really good reminder to people that most of the country is in favor of LGBTQ rights.
Now she and others hope it leads to more change, like creating a nationwide non-discrimination law, further protecting LGBTQ plus people.
Well, Maine Secretary of State has certified a petition that calls for a customer-owned, Maine-based utility. Devin Dagnall with that story.
Shenna Bellows, Maine's Secretary of State, certified the Our Power petition, which received over 60,000 valid signatures. The petition will allow Mainers to decide whether or not to create the Pine Tree Power Company, a non-profit customer-owned utility. The company would replace both Central Maine Power and Versant Power. Bellows says that the state's signature is not an endorsement, but simply a validation of the tens of thousands of Mainers who signed the petition.
We're not reviewing whether the bill is a good idea or a bad idea. We're not reviewing even whether the idea is constitutional or unconstitutional. Our sole duty is to make sure that the referendum question reflects what people have requested.
The state legislators will now take a look at the referendum and decide if they will pass it themselves or allow the people of Maine to vote on it in 2023. Nicole Grahowski, one of the proponents of the bill, says that if passed, the bill will bring big changes to the people of Maine.
Mainers can expect to see their rates going down. And the big reason for that is that there will no longer be profits being sent overseas to enrich foreign shareholders. We can also expect over time to see better service, but that will require some time to improve the quality of our grid.
In Augusta, I'm Devin Dagnall, reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Kennebec Valley Community College held an event to help recruit potential employees for a local nonprofit that assists adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Skills, Inc. held their hiring event at the Avril building on the KVCC campus to look for what they're calling direct support specialists. According to Barbara Richards, an HR specialist from Skills, the organization has been helping adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities for over 60 years.
We are looking to promote independence with the adults that we serve in all areas of their activities of daily living. There's any number of different areas that the folks we serve are really trying to become successful in and be independent.
You can find more information about Skills on their Facebook page or website at skillsinc.net.
Well, the time now is 8:16. Coming up after the break, the town of Bar Harbor has unveiled their annual Christmas tree, and with a unique Down East-inspired twist.
Plus, a local business has made a donation to the Hancock County Heating Assistance Program. These stories and more when we return.
$7.8 million. That's how much I made home sellers in the past 2 years. Planning on selling? I'm Holly Taylor. Come to the one who gets it done. HollyTaylor.Realtor.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
If you've been hurt in a car accident, watch out.
Watch out. The insurance company is going to ask you to sign some papers. Don't do it.
Watch out. You may be entitled to money your insurance company isn't telling you about.
Don't trust that insurance company after your accident. You could miss out on a lot of money. Call the twos and we'll watch out for you.
Lowry and Associates watched out for me and got me $400,000.
Call the twos. We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call 222-2222.
Everything I did for my family.
The cleaning lady's taking care of it.
We just have to stick to the plan. No one can ever know the truth.
It's not safe for any of us.
Mommy! I don't know why you don't just make a fresh start.
There's no fresh start for us.
The Cleaning Lady, Mondays on Fox, or watch anytime on demand or Fox Now.
When selling your home, knowing your options could make you tens of thousands of dollars. That's what I do for my clients. I'm Holly Taylor. Come to the one who gets it done. HollyTaylor.Realtor.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. The town of Bar Harbor is getting in the holiday spirit. Residents put a unique twist on a decorative tree to send a message throughout their community. Matthew Duroncic has the story.
'Twas weeks before Christmas, and all through the town, Bar Harbor's chamber and community members gathered around, bringing dozens of buoys to their park's Christmas tree and stringing them up for all to see.
We've been collecting buoys that the community members have purchased and decorated. We've installed most of them onto the tree that we've got installed at Harborview Park in downtown Bar Harbor.
Many buoys were designed to display Christmas spirit, but for those who created them, they say that they represented a deeper meaning.
We just wanted to show support for our local lobster people in any way we can.
Chamber Director Alf Anderson says the town wanted to show their support for the lobster industry during these trying times.
we wanted to do something to show our support. And we thought, what better way than to get the community involved and get everyone to kind of show how they feel about this vital part of our community.
A gesture of support during a time of uncertainty for lobster men and women.
We want the fishermen to be able to continue to do what they do. We're very proud of them, and we're very proud of what they do, and they're part of our community, and it's super important to support them.
Matthew Juronsik, ABC7 and Fox 22.
Well, the Hancock County Sheriff's Office Heating Assistance fundraiser got a big boost. Dead River Company, which specializes in heating and oil gas services, donated $2,500 to the drive, which, when matched, will total $10,000. For every dollar donated by the community, the Sheriff's Office will match it dollar for dollar, and the County Commissioner's Office will add $2 on top of the Sheriff's donation. Dead River Company General Manager Wally Tapley was recognized by the Sheriff's Office for his contribution. Sheriff Scott Kane was thankful that Dead River was able to step up to the plate in such an important way.
It's wonderful. I mean, Dead River contacted me right out of the blue and said that they had seen this and that they wanted to be part of it, and man, they stepped up in a big way.
Anyone can still donate, and if interested, Sheriff Kane says to reach out to the community partners in Ellsworth or reach out to Hancock County Sheriff's Office. They'd be glad to take your donation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, the time is now 8:21.
Time to get another look at that forecast. It's a bit messy out there.
Devin Biggs is in with the latest.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Shepherd Toyota, your hometown connection for Toyota cars and trucks. Easy to find on Route 1 Rockland Thomason Town Line. Shepherd Toyota has a great selection, new and previously loved vehicles. At Shepherd Toyota, they don't sell you a car, they help you buy one. Come experience the Shepherd difference today. Alrighty, here we are. Plenty of stuff going on here. We have a wind advisory up for a few areas until 7 p.m. as we head towards this evening. Other spots, though, under a gale warning till about 9 p.m. or so later on. We'll pull this map further down toward the south, and some of these even expiring a little bit earlier at about 7 p.m. or so. But, man, plenty of rainfall recently. Some areas seeing close to 2 inches, like 1.94 inches over at Cooper, Rogers Farm site, 1.83 inches. In many areas at around 1.5 inches, even 1.25 inches over in the Bangor area. So we've had plenty of rainfall over the past 24 hours with this line that has since moved through. And the lightning tracker is on, no, but we're just not seeing any lightning with this. It was just a lot of heavy rainfall. And now we're starting to switch over to some snow flurries and snow showers that'll begin to move through as we got in a back edge of low pressure. As all this right here continues to track off towards the north and east, and even some lake effects starting to get going here, though. So we'll be watching for a few snow flurries and snow showers today, and that will start to back off later on tonight. But again, more gusty winds that we've had to worry about those. Some areas up to 61 miles per hour to Eastport, 60 miles per hour in the Bar Harbor area. In many areas not too far away either. Millinocket and Marshfield, though, at about 40 to 41 miles per hour or so. But gusty winds are on the way, though, again today, but not as bad, maybe up to 25 to 30 miles per hour. But notice by Friday morning, they start to gradually back off to about 10 to 15 miles per hour or so. But man, look at the wave heights is around 5 to 7 feet closer toward the shoreline. This is why we have gale warnings in effect. Other spots, though, at around 12 to even 17 feet, according to some of those buoys that are reporting farther out towards sea. Our average high temperature, to switch gears right now, is 40 degrees. We'll be in the upper 30s today, and tomorrow the lower 50s for Saturday, cooling back off on Sunday to the lower 30s, back into the 40s again Monday, Tuesday, and also into your Wednesday. Futurecast moving forward, though, a mostly cloudy sky today. A few snow flurries and snow showers possible. Those will back off later on tonight as the sky will become mostly clear to partly cloudy. By tomorrow, starting off with a few clouds with the sun coming out as we head towards the afternoon period. So, of course, any snow accumulation staying in the northern ends of the state today with any snow showers that get going. Nothing expected further down toward the south. Your forecast for today, upper 30s snow flurries and snow showers with that west wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour as temperatures get above freezing. Later on time, middle 20s becoming partly cloudy, west wind up to about 25 miles per hour. For tomorrow, upper 30s partly cloudy, south breeze at about 5 miles per hour. Alrighty, your Shepherd Toyota extended forecast. More rain moves as we head towards Saturday with highs in the lower 50s. Sunday, mostly sunny, highs in the low 30s and the low 40s return on Monday with a partly cloudy sky.
1, 2, 3, 4. It's the year-end sales event at Quirk Mitsubishi. Get power, safety features, and bold style, plus an industry-leading 10-year warranty. Check out the all-new Outlander PHEV. Or drive a 2023 Outlander today, starting at $27,595. Let's go to the year-end sales event at Quirk Mitsubishi.
Choosing Miracle Ear was a great decision. Like when I decided to host family movie nights. Miracle Ear made it easy. I just booked an appointment, and a certified hearing care professional evaluated my hearing loss and helped me find the right device calibrated to my unique hearing needs. Now I enjoy every moment. The quiet ones and the loud ones.
Make a sound decision. Call now and book your free hearing evaluation.
Hi folks, this is Barry Gass of Gass Horse Supply and Western Wear in Orono. We've been in business since 1911, and our third-generation family-owned business can't wait to show you our unique line of Western wear and Western tack. We have Western boots, shirts, hats, belts, and buckles for the entire family, and Western tack from bridles to saddles and everything in between for your horse.
Gass Horse Supply and Western Wear, where the American West comes alive in Maine.
Friday night, an epic Pac-12 championship takes center stage on Fox. Riding the hot hand of Heisman favorite Caleb Williams, the Trojans fight for a playoff bid as they take on Utah. Go hard, we gon' take it. Friday at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on Fox.
Third-ranked Michigan looks to punch their ticket to the playoffs as they battle Purdue. The Big Ten Championship, Saturday at 7:30 Eastern on Fox.
The Royals arrived in Boston yesterday, the Prince and Princess of Wales touching down at Logan International Airport, kicking off a 3-day trip that will take them around the city ahead of the Earthshot Prize Awards Friday, which recognizes major contributors to climate change and research and awareness. The couple is also expected to visit a youth development organization in Chelsea and Greentown Labs in Somerville. This is the first time William and Kate have visited the U.S. since 2014.
Animal welfare workers have been trying to save some whales washed ashore in eastern Massachusetts. The crews were racing against the clock to rescue 5 pilot whales that got stuck in the sand this week. Workers with the International Fund for Animal Welfare started by covering the whales in blankets and giving them fluids through an IV. The team had to wait for high tide before they could send the whales back into the water using floats. Using this method, 5 of the 6 whales were able to swim off on Tuesday. Unfortunately, 1 calf didn't make it.
New York City's Mayor Eric Adams announcing a major effort to remove people with severe mental illness from the city streets and subways. In a speech on Tuesday, the mayor issued a directive telling city agencies to transport people with severe mental illness from the city streets, even involuntarily, saying it is our obligation to care for those who are unable to care for themselves.
Going forward, we will make every effort to assist those who are suffering from mental illness and whose illness is endangering them by preventing them from meeting their basic human needs. And let me be clear, we will continue to do all we can to persuade those in need of help to accept services voluntarily, but we will not abandon them if those efforts cannot overcome the person's unawareness of their own illness. In short, we are confirming that a person's inability to meet basic needs to the extent that it poses a risk of harm is part of the standard for mental health interventions.
The city says training will be rolled out immediately to police officers and emergency medical staff, but Adams admits they will need significant help from Albany to put the entire plan into action.
Well, Congress is moving closer to forcing the terms of a labor deal on rail workers and management. It comes about a week before workers are set to go on strike and ahead of a busy holiday season. But not all lawmakers are happy. They are stepping over the unions to push through the deal. Correspondent Lauren Blanchard has more from Washington.
Many House Democrats had to make a rare vote Wednesday that overstepped the unions they usually side with, a vote not all were happy about.
I'm standing with the unions, my locals and my nationals.
Still, the House approved a bill that would force the terms of a September deal negotiated by the White House, railroad management, and labor unions that guaranteed pay raises, but was later rejected by 4 of the 12 unions.
The joint resolution is passed.
Labor leaders have been fighting to add paid sick time into the deal, citing grueling work schedules.
We are allegedly so vital to the economy and we're so important that they won't even allow us to go out on strike.
But with a strike deadline looming and the economy at risk, President Biden asked Congress to step in.
Joe Amtrak, Joe Lunchbox, whatever you want to call him, he has punted this to us to deal with his colossal mistake.
Senator Bernie Sanders announced a separate measure which would provide 7 sick days for rail workers. The House approved a similar bill on Wednesday.
If your child gets sick, if your spouse gets sick and you need to take time off of work, not only will you not get paid, you actually will get reprimanded and could get fired.
Next up, the Senate, where both bills will need 60 votes. President Biden wants them on his desk well before the December 9th deadline. In Washington, Lauren Blanchard, Fox News.
We'll see what happens there.
You know, a lot of things in the works.
Yeah. One positive note, though, I read in the Bangor Daily, we had a voter turnout here during the last election in Maine of like 75%.
Wow.
Which is huge compared
huge.
to, it's like one of the biggest in the country, might be the biggest in the country, the most turnout. So congratulations to everyone who went out and voted this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, still to come here on the second half of our show. Belfast hoisted their Christmas tree into place a couple days ago. We'll get a glimpse of that.
Plus, the Hancock County Sheriff's Office is collecting toys and other gifts for the holiday season. We'll have those stories and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
It's time to start planning that new home or garage you've been thinking about. Hammond Lumber Company is here to help, offering complete building packages with everything you need. With several options on their website and thousands of unique plans in their in-house drawing catalog. Hammond will help you make your dreams a reality. Choose your materials from Hammond's extensive showroom displays, and Hammond will deliver your order from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Start planning your new home or garage at Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
The bond between twins is a close one.
1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war.
As day is tonight.
Would you like me to introduce you to algebra? Ow who? Oh boy.
And wrong is to right.
They both say weird kid who eats alone.
You can't have one without the other.
I need my own space.
But we've always shared a room.
I have a training bra.
When you complete your training, get back to me.
Young Sheldon.
Weekdays at 6 on Fox 22.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. Today is Thursday, December 1st, 2022. It's also Peppermint Bark Day, in which we celebrate that seasonal treat. And if you're watching your weight this year, it's also Eat a Red Apple Day. This is a real tough time to be watching your weight, though.
I know.
You know, it really is.
I know, it really is. I mean, hey, chocolate can be healthy.
Sure.
If you have dark chocolate.
In moderation.
Right. You have some in moderation. You have some fruit alongside it.
Yep.
I know there's a lot of treats made with fruit, too. So if you want to compromise, you could have something that's kind of like fruity instead of fully chocolatey.
Yeah. Or have a piece of pie. Don't eat the whole pie.
Right.
Just have a piece.
Right. Maybe go for it. My family likes to go on walks after we have pie on Thanksgiving, or maybe between the walks. So it's all about a compromise.
Have a piece of pie, take a walk, come back and have some more pie.
Right.
Balances out.
There you go. I like the way you think.
On this day in history, in 1862, President Abraham Lincoln sent a message to Congress in which he called for the abolition of slavery.
In 1965, Rosa Parks, a black seamstress, was arrested after refusing to give up her seat to a white man on a bus in Alabama, sparking a year-long boycott of the buses by black people. And today's birthdays include singer Bette Midler, who's 77, World Golf Hall of Famer Lee Trevino is 83. Comedian Sarah Silverman is 52, who I love. Mm-hmm. And she's one of those comedians, though, who she could act more. Yeah. But I only really see her in stand-up. I wish I saw her in more movies, though. She has done movies.
Yeah, she's done a few.
Right.
So she's very talented.
Absolutely.
And still around.
And wicked smart, too.
Wicked smart
wicked
one.
Smart.
Yeah. A quick note before we get into weather, too. The folks from Machias sent us a note saying, well, they were planning to have their parade this week, but because of the foul weather expected on Saturday, the Machias, what are they calling it? The Parade of Lights is actually going to be moved to December 10th. So the following weekend, it'll be held at 4 p.m. and the lineup will get up underway around 3:30. So a lot of events have been kind of shifted around because of the weather coming up this weekend. I know Belfast is holding their tree lighting ceremony a day early. As far as we know, the Festival of Lights Parade here in Bangor is still a go. In fact, we have some guests just entering the studio now that will give us an update on that in a few minutes.
As far as I know, it's rain or shine, so just wear your umbrella hats.
But first,
with your Santa hat
right.
over.
Bring your umbrella and your slickers. You'll be fine.
Yep.
Here's Devin with our forecast.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Thursday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Shepherd Toyota, your hometown connection for Toyota cars and trucks. Easy to find on Route 1, Rockland, Thomas, and Town Line. Shepherd Toyota has a great selection of new and previously loved vehicles. At Shepherd Toyota, they don't sell you a car, they help you buy one. Come experience the Shepherd difference today. Alrighty, here we are. We had plenty of rainfall that took place over the past 24 hours. In some areas, got close to 2 inches. Cooper, 1.94 inches. Rogers Farm Site at 1.83 inches. And many other areas at around 1.5 inches or even just a little bit below at 1.25 inches. And we also had some wind reports over the past 24 hours as well. Many areas ranging from 40 miles per hour near the Marshfield and Millinocket area up to 61 miles per hour, even 60 miles per hour in Bar Harbor and the Eastport area. Of course, we have wind advisories that are up until 7 p.m. because of this wind that's currently moving through, and gale warnings that remain in effect until about 9 p.m. tonight or so. But again, moving forward, we had all this rain moving through. Now we're probably starting to switch over to a few snow showers and snow flurries after all this rain has moved through. But with temperatures cooling off, a few snow flurries and snow showers will be possible as all this right here continues to move away. We get on the back edge of low pressure, so a few snow flurries cannot be ruled out as those will move in from the west going toward the east. Your hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period overall partly to mostly cloudy. A few snow flurries and snow showers possible. Temperatures in the 30s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma?
Some sun is in there.
Yeah.
Yep, we're getting a little taste of it. Well, the city of Belfast is ready for the holiday season. This year's Christmas tree was hoisted into place yesterday. It will be lit Friday during a special ceremony in Post Office Square. The Belfast Fire Department will escort Santa and Mrs. Claus to the ceremony so they can greet local children around 5. And the tree lighting, though, will take place Friday at 5:30. It's being held one day early because rainy weather is expected on Saturday.
Well, another chance to help our community during the holiday season is happening in Trenton. The Hancock County Sheriff's Office is teaming up with the Hancock County Bar Harbor Airport. Bins have been set up for donated gifts that will go to 150 kids and 121 seniors in Hancock County. The gifts will be donated in honor of Deputy Luke Gross, who was killed in the line of duty back in September of 2021 while cleaning up a hit-and-run accident on Route 3.
It means a great deal to us because we try to look out for the kids and the senior citizens, and we have programs like this around the year.
The drop-off location will be set up at the airport for the next couple of weeks. Just another way to celebrate by giving back. It's nice to see they're remembering the seniors, too. We hear so much about gathering toys and gifts for kids, which is so important because a lot of people won't get anything otherwise. But there's a lot of seniors out there that live alone. They don't have anybody else. So it's nice for them to get remembered on Christmas.
I know. I got kind of glassy-eyed on Facebook yesterday seeing somebody had posted letters that were written to Santa by kids, and it had stuff like, please, Santa, can we not get evicted this year? Or please, Santa, can you help? I want a Squishmallow, but I want to give it to my dad so that he feels better.
Yeah, people are struggling.
And there's plenty of opportunities, I know, around Bangor at least, too, where there's those Christmas trees where there are requests from families for you can donate to their Christmas. So
maybe
I'm going to have to find
you
something
might
like
not
that.
be able to give $100 or whatever, but every little bit helps out. So
Right, you can buy a pair of pants or maybe a $25 gas card or something.
Stop by Mad Cat's over in Brewer, give them a can of beans.
Right, you get 10% off your meal.
Yeah, there you go. There's lots of ways to help out.
Still much more to come this morning. Tyler Cruz and Ryan Sudol will have your latest in local sports, and we'll have 2 guests talking about Bangor's Festival of Lights.
It's still a go, folks.
It's still a go.
Don't go away.
If you're a Medicare beneficiary and live in the area, call now to see how this little card could get you some big benefits, including up to $840 added back to your Social Security check each year. With one toll-free call, you can find out how easy it is to get all of your original Medicare coverage, plus extra benefits. You get an all-in-one plan designed to fit your needs so you can be your best every day. You could have medical coverage, prescription drugs with $0 generics, dental, vision and hearing, plus the WellCare Visa Flex Card to pay for extra dental, vision, and hearing expenses, money for over-the-counter items, and up to $840 back in your Social Security check each year. And so much more. And here's more good news. You can get a WellCare plan for a $0 monthly premium. How can WellCare offer all of those benefits for a $0 monthly premium? It's simple. Medicare Advantage and Medicare Part D prescription drug coverage are important parts of Medicare. WellCare has a contract with Medicare to offer and provide these important options to you. Call right now to get your free copy of the WellCare All-in-One Guide. Call 1-866-819-7962 now. There is absolutely no obligation for requesting this free information. WellCare offers benefits that go beyond the basics, including up to $840 each year added to your Social Security check to help cover your Part B premium. Call today to get your free copy of the All-in-One Guide with absolutely no obligation. Your free plan guide will provide information to make a smart choice for your Medicare coverage. Just call 1-866-819-7962. Remember, there's no obligation for requesting this free information. So call 1-866-819-7962. Call today. WellCare. Medicare done well.
Happy holidays from all of us right here at Family Feud.
Weeknights at 7 on Fox 22.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. Let's stay on the Hoops season previews here. Tuesday, we talked about Ellsworth boys out to defend their title as Class B North champs. And now it's time for the girls' side of things in Class B North. Despite graduating a huge chunk of their team, the Herman Hawks are back at it, looking to get to the promised land once again. Ryan Sudol has that story.
You know, when you lose a big game, what you want to do is get back in the gym and start all over.
Herman girls basketball lost to Oceanside in a nail-biting Class B state title game last year. But that's just what the Hawks may have needed to get over the hump this year.
It's still definitely in the back of my head, and I'm always thinking about it and like what we could have maybe done to like finish it and win it. But it's just like more motivation to possibly get back there this year.
But it won't be easy. The Hawks lost 6 seniors from their state title run. But this program runs deep. Coach Chris Cameron says that makes those departures less daunting.
You know, these kids are in the gym now. They were in middle school, and they were coming to our summer camp when all those kids that graduated were there as counselors. The pieces are very familiar. The faces and names are just different.
And the Hawks return a huge piece that hasn't been in their puzzle for 3 years. Senior guard and Hamden transfer, Sadie Campbell.
Oh my God, I was so excited. I love all the girls here, so it was nice to get back and have a great team chemistry again.
One of the better three-point shooters in the area, and then when they guard her tight, she can shot fake and get to the rim.
Another senior guard playing a big role is Coach Cameron's daughter, Allie.
Her running the point offensively is huge for us. Being able to defend people on the perimeter is huge.
And it being Allie's senior year, this final run means just a little bit more to her and her dad.
And it's my last year playing on the court with my dad coaching, so I feel like I just want to make the most of it this year.
A pre-K rec kid to travel to middle school to AAU and then high school, so it's been a long journey, a fun journey, and excited for this senior year.
Reporting for ABC 7 Fox 22, I'm Ryan Sudol.
Thanks for that, Ryan. I, too, am excited to see what the Hawks can do this year on the court. Really looking forward to all of our teams taking the court. Next Friday is when it all starts. Let's talk some hockey now. Up in Orono, Maine men's hockey returned to the ice after the bye week with a W, beating American International College 5-1 on Saturday. Before that win, it had been 7 games since the Black Bears had seen the win column. The shootout victory technically counting as a tie. They won their last game on October 22nd. So it had been a bit. They were riding a 5-game losing streak into Saturday, and all 5 were really close games against ranked teams. So they had been playing good hockey with nothing to show for it. So it's safe to say Saturday's win felt good.
it proved to us. I mean, we knew what we had, and it just kind of proved to what we were believing in the whole time. And we finally got to show it, and obviously it adds their confidence. And it's kind of a feel-good game for us. It kind of shows what we can do, and I think it's important we bring that into the next couple weekends.
The work ethic and the culture is getting better in there, so it's just good to see the guys come out after two weeks of not playing and losing 4 or 5 games in a row, and still have the same passion and edge to their game.
All right, let's stay with the University of Maine here. Maine men's basketball had their 4-game winning streak snapped on Sunday at Brown University. They are back at it on the road again on Wednesday, looking to rebound. Black Bears in action at Fordham University in the Bronx, taking on the Rams. First half, we're going to start. It's Getty Yusupaitis. Look at this step back from Getty right there. He nails the tray, and Maine is up 5. And then in the second, Maine still up. It's Jashante Wright-McLeish. He would get a 3-pointer of his own in transition, but then that is where Fordham would storm back. That second half comeback for the Rams. Here is Khalid Moore. He is going to fight for this bucket on the inside here. That's going to make it a 2-point game with just under 13 to go. And then later, Maine clinging on to a 1-point lead, but Antrell Charlton is going to nail a mid-range jumper here to give Fordham a lead, and then Maine just had no answer down the stretch. Fordham goes on to win 72-67. We're going to stay on the hardwood here. Celtics, record-wise, best team in the NBA right now. They've got a big test on Wednesday, though. Grant Williams in rocking the Christian Pulisic jersey. Jason Tatum ready to go. In front of the Prince and Princess of Wales, too. They are playing the Heat. And speaking of the Heat, the Celtics had a hot start to that first quarter. Here's Jason Tatum from Jaylen Brown. Contested 3, no problem. Tatum was on all night. Heat would come back, though. A tough layup here is going to give them the lead, 27-25, but then Grant Williams takes it right back with a 3 in the corner. C's would stay in control all night, though. Just look at this move from Jason Tatum right here. Hits the step-back shot. He had 49 tonight, so close to that 50. And then in the fourth, that is when Boston would really take over. Third game in 4 nights, still have the energy late in the game. JB with the tough fast break bucket. The royalty loves it. Celtics, they win again, 134-121. And they are so fun to watch so far to start out the year. That's all the time we have in sports. We'll be right back after the break.
People today, they could spend half their lives over 50, but it's gonna take some planning.
What can you do for me?
Make sure your money lives as long as you do. The younger you are, the more you need AARP. Join today.
Hear that music? It can only mean breakfast bagels are back at McDonald's. Imagine a fluffy egg, 2 slices of cheese, plus your choice of a steak patty, bacon, or sausage, all in a toasted bagel. That's right, the steak, egg, and cheese bagel, bacon, egg, and cheese bagel, and sausage, egg, and cheese bagels are all back, but only for a limited time at McDonald's.
Big trucks rule the road. They're dangerous, and they can cause big, bad injuries. But the big trucking companies don't stand a chance against me. These companies have big insurance policies, and if you're hurt by one of these big boys, I'll fight to make them pay up for you. I'm Jim with Lowry & Associates. If you've been hurt by a big truck, call the twos. We win for you.
Hurt by a big truck? Come out on top. Call the twos. Call 222-2222.
So small, so smart. Hearing aids that I can personalize to each ear right from here. Brilliant.
It's Cyber Monday all week with big savings on Eargo 6.
On the next Last Man Standing.
Well, looks like it's going to be another embarrassing year for Team Baxter.
Oh, yeah, who cares? It's a church fundraiser.
Mike brings in some ringers.
You old?
Yeah. I'm really, really good.
But they're in a league of their own.
This is just my first time in a non-virtual bowling alley. Holy ball! Why is it so heavy?
Last Man Standing.
This afternoon, starting at 4 on Fox 22.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. I'm here with Jesse and Roland from the Bangor Rotary Club, and we're here to talk about the Festival of Lights. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Of course. So it's looking like it could rain on Saturday in Bangor. It might rain literally on the parade, but we're counting on a sprinkle, so
Going
it'll be fine. And plans as usual, right?
Yeah. Let's hope for a sprinkle only, right?
We're going to be there either way.
That.
Me and Craig, we're going to have fun.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's rain or shine, and we totally respect it if a participant decides they don't want to march in the rain. However, the biggest challenge of rescheduling that we've run into is staffing, primarily city staffing, and of the event for a safe event.
It's a big event to have to reschedule. That sounds really difficult. But there's a really special inclusion this year, right, that you guys are really excited about. Are we allowed to talk about this, or is this kind of more of a secret? The special float?
We've got a special float this year.
Yeah, so Joe Rizzo from Ellsworth has designed and constructing a float for us. It's the float will be a smaller replica of a lobster boat. It's meant to honor Maine's boat building history and fishing industry, and we're really excited about it. Joe, if you Google Joe Rizzo artist, you'll see some of the stuff he's done. One example is the clock out in front of the Children's Museum.
Really?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, it's very going to be very cool. It will no longer be a boat. It will be a float.
Cool.
When it's done.
Oh, gotcha. So he's transforming it.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yes. And that'll be Santa's new ride.
Yeah.
Right?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very, very applicable. But hey, the community lighting project, rain or shine as well, and that's something that you can enjoy from your vehicle, right?
Yes.
That starts on Saturday as well?
Starts on Saturday as well. So we're doing our community lighting contest. We have 29 entries, so homes and organizations who are decking the halls as we speak. Yeah. And if you go to bangorrotary.org, you'll find the full list on Saturday. And then folks, anybody in the community can drive around, look at all of those amazing houses and organizations, and then vote for their favorite.
Cool.
It's going to be fun. And the sort of People's Choice is going to get $500 in cash. To buy more lights or pay those
electricity bills.
Exactly, which will be great. And then we will also have celebrity judges. So we have categories as well.
Is this just from the Bangor area?
It goes all the way from Herman, Glenburn, through Bangor, up into Orono and Milford. So certainly pretty regional.
Right.
And some of those displays are not to be missed. Absolutely
incredible. We were talking about one in particular in Milford, and it's like we could not cut off at Orono or anything because they have a special display over in Milford right now.
It's true. There are two in Milford that, boy, I know it's tough in the evening to say, okay, I'm going to take a ride out, but boy, it is absolutely worth it. Right. Absolutely worth it.
So all sorts of stuff going on for you guys on Saturday. We'll be crossing our fingers as far as weather goes, but either way it'll be fun. Yeah. And I don't think too chilly. So even if it rains, raincoats and windbreakers will get the job done.
Yeah. We're excited.
Awesome.
I appreciate your positive thoughts.
Absolutely. Right? Hey, that's what we're here for here on the morning show.
Absolutely.
Roland and Jesse, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll send it over to Devin Biggs for our full weather forecast.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Shepherd Toyota, your hometown connection for Toyota cars and trucks. Easy to find on Route 1 Rockland Thomason Town Line. Shepherd Toyota has a great selection of new and previously loved vehicles. At Shepherd Toyota, they don't sell you a car, they help you buy one. Come experience the Shepherd difference today. Alrighty, here we are. Plenty of stuff going on here. We have a wind advisory up for a few areas until 7 p.m. as we head towards this evening. Other spots, though, under a gale warning until about 9 p.m. or so later on. We'll pull this map further down toward the south, and some of these even expiring a little bit earlier at about 7 p.m. or so. But, man, plenty of rainfall recently. Some areas seeing close to 2 inches, like 1.94 inches over at Cooper, Rogers Farm site, 1.83 inches. In many areas at around 1.5 inches, even 1.25 inches over in the Bangor area. So we've had plenty of rainfall over the past 24 hours with this line that has since moved through. And the lightning tracker is on, no, but we're just not seeing any lightning with this. It was just a lot of heavy rainfall. And now we're starting to switch over to some snow flurries and snow showers that'll begin to move through as we get on a back edge of low pressure. As all this right here continues to track off towards the north and east, and even some lake effects starting to get going here, though. So we'll be watching for a few snow flurries and snow showers today, and that will start to back off later on tonight. We get more gusty winds that we've had to worry about those. Some areas up to 61 miles per hour to Eastport, 60 miles per hour in the Bar Harbor area. In many areas not too far away either. Millinocket and Marshfield, though, at about 40 to 41 miles per hour or so. But gusty winds are on the way, though, again today, but not as bad, maybe up to 25 to 30 miles per hour. But notice by Friday morning, they start to gradually back off to about 10 to 15 miles per hour or so. But man, look at the wave heights is around 5 to 7 feet closer toward the shoreline. This is why we have gale warnings in effect. Other spots, though, at around 12 to even 17 feet, according to some of those buoys that are reporting farther out towards sea. Our average high temperature, to switch gears right now, is 40 degrees. We'll be in the upper 30s today, and tomorrow the lower 50s for Saturday, cooling back off on Sunday to the lower 30s, back into the 40s again Monday, Tuesday, and also in near Wednesday. Futurecast moving forward, though, a mostly cloudy sky today. A few snow flurries and snow showers possible. Those will back off later on tonight as the sky will become mostly clear to partly cloudy. By tomorrow, starting off with a few clouds with the sun coming out as we head towards the afternoon period. So, of course, any snow accumulation staying in the northern ends of the state today with any snow showers that get going. Nothing expected further down toward the south. Your forecast for today, upper 30s snow flurries and snow showers with that west wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour as temperatures get above freezing. Later on time, middle 20s becoming partly cloudy. West wind up to about 25 miles per hour. For tomorrow, upper 30s partly cloudy. South breeze at about 5 miles per hour. Alrighty, your Shepherd Toyota extended forecast. More rain moves in as we head towards Saturday with highs in the lower 50s. Sunday, mostly sunny. Highs in the low 30s and the low 40s return on Monday with a partly cloudy sky.
Hello, Maine. This is Steve McKay. Not sure what the weather will be in your neck of the woods, but there's a 100% chance of Luke showing up near you. Next Home Experience is listing and selling homes throughout Maine. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience.
Come stop by Triple S Tack Shop, 315 Hamden Road, Carmel, for quality clothing and equestrian gear.
Oh no! Son of a nutcracker. This is what I get for eating all those cookies. Hey, Rotor-Rooter, I got a big clog for you. I'm stuck in the chimney. Again. Yep, I'm the clog. Any chance you could fa-la-la over here?
For all your holiday plumbing needs, Roto-Rooter can save the day.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Saturday on Fox.
It's Captain America to the rescue.
After their heroic victory against Iran, Team USA's World Cup journey continues into the knockout round.
A moment of magic.
Now, Christian Pulisic leads the Stars and Stripes
Devilishly good.
as they face another must-win battle with European giants, the Netherlands.
Wow!
USA, Netherlands. Coverage begins Saturday at 9 a.m. Eastern, live on Fox and the Fox Sports app.
Looking for your dream home? Contact a Next Homie today and see what's available right now. Sellers, get ready to get looped and get sold. With Next Home Experience, we have your buyers.
Green hues brighten the dark Icelandic skies. The northern lights, also known as Aurora Borealis, put on quite the light show above Reykjavik on Monday. But that's all we have time for.
Oh, we're out of time. Okay. No, we can go. You have time. Keep on reading.
I just started my ear. I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
Well, the lights are best seen in the fall and winter when nights are the longest. More dark hours means more of a chance to catch a glimpse of the natural phenomenon. The northern lights are also frequently seen over Finland, Sweden, Greenland, and Canada.
And Subway cookies are getting a makeover. Subway is selling foot-long cookies for National Cookie Day this Sunday in Miami. They're inspired by the Subway series signature subs. Subway says its restaurant in Miami's Little Havana neighborhood will be the country's National Cookie Day capital The Cookie Way pop-up will be open to guests from 1 till 5 p.m. The foot-long cookies, there they are, will be available there on a first-come, first-served basis in exchange for a donation to the Subway Cares